In order to truly believe that you deserve to be a part of economics, you need to be able to see people who share your identities and share the interests that you're in.
You cannot just have one group influence, like for instance, policy. So you have to have a wide range of perspective.
Econ is for everybody. There's a place for everybody in it, and it's open to a lot more than the people that you might have grown up seeing who are more represented.
We do have issues with inclusion and diversity. It's not gonna go away on its own. It hasn't yet. So this kind of intentional effort is gonna be needed to break that up.
Keeping in mind how few diverse perspectives there are contributing to the field of economics, the Becker Friedman Institute launched the Expanding Diversity in Economics Summer Institute. We attracted exceptional students from colleges and universities across the country. We were able to get them excited about economics by exposing them to some of the most innovative faculty in the field.
The kinds of questions that people ask depend on their own perspectives, and the frames of reference that they bring to answering those questions really depends on their own personal experiences. And so what the Expanding Diversity in Economics program tries to do is change the economics profession and change who's in it.
Understanding what real facts are and where the truths are and what the data says is just the most important thing that we can do. And economics really gives you the ability to do that.
I'm really impressed with the class. You really do get energized by a group that is both smart and energetic.
You're an elite group of highly successful people. Really, honestly, you guys are the future.
Our goal is to show students that if you want to change the world, if you want to really make a contribution to making society more equitable, more prosperous, that being an economist is one way to do that.
A program like this is so important because I personally think it changed and shifted the way I'm thinking. My ceiling of what I could do as a career has completely raised, and it's completely been diversified. And I don't think I would have even thought about some of the questions without being in EDE to kind of facilitate that. It really gave me a diverse new perspective that I think was maybe always inside me, but now is really being nurtured. And I have access to a network that is also helping me nurture it.
You get to meet people from every different field in different parts of the country. It's very diverse.
Going to urban labs or going to the Federal Reserve in Chicago, it's always just fun to see what else you can do other than just going to get a PhD in economics.
We've met 4 Nobel laureates in 2 weeks. 4, that's crazy.
I found the students to be, very engaged, and they were, willing to push themselves. I would teach them about a topic or a research question or a paper that was of interest. And I think some of the most exciting parts were when students could take that lesson and then apply it to a different setting. And so that was kind of one of the main goals, to get them to think about questions that they already have and what economics and the tools that we teach, how those could be used to answer interesting questions.
We have a strong commitment at Brookings to diversifying the pipeline of students going into economics, and EDE provided an extraordinary opportunity for us to show them what public policy economists do in Washington. We had several goals for the Washington week. One was to teach the participants something about fiscal and monetary and international economic policy. A second was to introduce them to people who are working in policy, many of them PhD economists, to show them the variety of jobs that exist outside of academia for people who are economists. And finally, we wanted them to meet some people who looked like them, some economists of color, women, to show them that they would have role models and mentors if they pursued economics.
So they come for the program where they get exposure early on in some coursework, but afterwards we try to give opportunities for those who want to kind of work with Chicago faculty and kind of see what it's like to have a career in economics.
I did EDE the summer of my sophomore year. I kind of figured out that there's so many different paths that I could take. I heard from a lot of research professionals, and so put my application out, and I ended up getting a place on Michael's team as an RA. Finished my 10 weeks, and I got a return offer from Michael Greenstone, and now I'm back until I go to do my PhD. It's really insane how things kind of turned after I got out of the EDE program.
It's amazing to see how many people are just willing to kind of help you out along their journey. Because I came into this program not knowing what to do, but I think I'm going to leave knowing exactly what I want to do in econ. And it's all thanks to people that I've met along the way here.
With a program like this and all the networking events and they're connecting you with the right people, it's like giving you an advantage.
You learn that today the sky isn't the limit anymore. You can actually like do it all.
EDE is a very transformative experience, and we need more programs like it.
Having that mindset of like, yeah, we can be here and we are welcomed here by all these people that are talking to us and spending time with us. That's what this program is for.
If we had a class of 40 every year, in 2 years it's 80, 3 years it's 120, and in a decade it's 400. And the idea that there could be 400 people who were not going to be on the path to potentially become an economist, but now could be because this program convinced us that this was something we had to do. Our hope is that new questions will be asked that weren't being asked before, and as a consequence, answers are being developed to ultimately make this a better world.